I'm Aliza Akhtar Maqbool and welcome to Open Frequency. Did you know that according to a World Bank report, 38% of the population of Pakistan lives under the poverty line? It's true that economic progress has been made in the past 10 years, but has enough been done to share this wealth? And if not, then what should be done? Right now, I'll be talking to Dr. Ehsan Rabbani, who's the VP of TCF, the Citizens Foundation. Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Dr. Rabbani, tell us, is an organized charity better than giving to an individual?
Actually, both are better. When we talk about giving in Pakistan, it has one of the highest percentages of giving per capita. There was a report in 1997 which talked about, at that time, Pakistanis was giving charity to the tune of $1.5 billion per year.
Why did you join TCF and how did it come about? Give us a little bit of background on this.
The Citizens Foundation was formed about 15 years ago. It was formed by concerned citizens and it was formed by concerned citizens like us who were thinking about that there are a lot of problems around us, and if we are not part of the solution, then we'll be part of the problem, because we talk and discuss about these but we fail to take action. They did not ask for funds. They said we will make 5 schools from our own money and then we will invite others to put in their money. So it's like putting your money where your mouth is. It went from 5 schools to 20 schools and then 40 schools, and today in April, inshallah, we will have 600 schools all across Pakistan.
Dr. Rabbani, thank you so much for your time and talking to us. This was great finding out about the work that TCF does, and it's also good to know that we have not that many but few other organizations in our country that are doing similar work, and we can wish them well, and more than that, we can help them out by donating our money and also our time. Just like the variety of charity organizations that we just outlined for you, this home for special children is called Darul Sukoon and is a working example of how these charities work. We'll be talking to the administration here and we'll find out from them how exactly they run this place. I'll be talking to Sister Ruth, who's the in charge of Darul Sukoon. Welcome to the show, Sister. Do you have children that come in during the day and leave at night, or do they stay here?
No, we don't have any daycare children. We just have all the children who live here. Okay. I have some children who do have parents, but there are 2 or 3 in the family who are mentally retarded.
Oh my God.
Then I take one child.
How many children do you think you have over here right now?
At the moment we have 160 children.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you come across these children? Who brings them to you?
When they are in the orphanages, they are with normal children and they notice that this child is abnormal, then they send them here. And so they are brought by hospitals, they are brought by social workers, brought by the police, because they were just roaming on the streets. Hi. Shamim, you want to go out? Yes.
You also want to go out?
Yes. You want to go out? Most of the funding we get during Ramzan. Companies and firms or multinationals, this year, since last 2 years, we are very much hit by the economy crisis, so we also have suffered a lot from that. We have a physiotherapy room. We have about 3 physiotherapists who come to give them exercise and all that. And then
the school as well, you said?
And then we have a school. We have 4 teachers in the school, so they have also gone home now.
And how have you seen younger people help you out, like the young adults that we have, children from school and college?
Yeah, in the beginning we never used to see so many of them coming, but now, since last few years, many schools are involved with us.
My name is Shilja and I'm from Cordoba School. We usually come here on Wednesday because we have a free periods here. The experience is really good. I have just such interaction with the kids. It feels as like we are so happy and comfortable in our life, and if we look at the children's here or the people here, we feel that we are living a comfortable and luxurious life, and by playing with them, getting
And a very blessed one.
Yeah, getting interacted with them gives them a lot of, like, it gives us a pleasure, or we feel praised by them.
I mean, over here you realize that what the pain they are facing through, and You'll even say, I mean, you'll even think over, you'll question yourself that, no, if you are normal, then why aren't they normal?
What kind of activities do you have with the children?
We interact with them, we play with them, and we help in the people here to change their clothes and stuff like that. We work with everyone who is available. I mean, and sometimes the children are not available, so we go to the older people and we talk to them and make them feel at home.
In the beginning, it is very embarrassing for them, and they've never seen children like this. And after a few visits, they get very attached to the children.
I'm sure.
And the children get attached to them, and and the children are quite smart. They are mentally retarded, but they know on certain days who will come and which of their friends will come, and they look forward for that also. Then there are other bigger girls who are also upstairs. Sometimes they come down, they all have their own television, each floor has a television. So they all come and just watch. Some want to come and enjoy music, some want to watch some cartoons or something. So they are just free to come or to... As I told you, since there's a big crisis here and people, we are still running short of funds. So we would like people more to come and help us. With cash or kind or anything, though we do get, I'm very grateful for all those who are helping us, but for those who don't know about us, I would still say please come and see first, and then it will be, your contribution will be very much appreciated.
We just saw what it takes to run a large-scale charity-based education organization. It's very impressive, I must say, and it's also serving a very important need of our times. We'll take a short break here, but when we come back, we'll be talking to our young adults about charity and what they think of it.